got somebody who loves you. You got somebody who loves you.
He's got the biggest guests and all the gossip for the weekend. Dan Westwood.
Gorgeous.
Saturday breakfast here at Gorgeous. It's Dan Westwood here. Good morning to you. Live, loud, and I'm going to say always proud all the way till 10. Thanks for joining me this morning. Now my next guest is set to electrify theatre audiences across the UK this October with a brand new tour celebrating the music of the late, I'm going to say legendary, George Michael. Here to tell me all about it, it's my favourite Geordie, X Factor winner, musical theatre star, and #1 best-selling artist. Mr. Joe McElderry is here.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm very well. In the midst of rehearsals and
Right,
all
yeah.
these George Michael songs and lyrics, but it's
Right.
all well, and we're ready, I think.
We've both got a coffee go, and we're going to have a little chin wag about lots of lovely stuff, including this amazing show that you've got going. I know I previously met you and we were talking about it then, you know, and you've been on Gorgeous before talking about this, but now we're going to go into the in-depth of it and how it all started and where you're going to be at, where people listening at home, where we can get tickets, where we can see you. But I've got to say, I'm reading your notes as well. 13 years since you won X Factor.
Oh no, it's terrifying, isn't it?
How do you feel?
Dude, it's crazy because I feel like the pandemic was like a great cut-off point for everyone in terms of like, it's like pre and post-pandemic feels like a different, I feel like we all feel like different versions of ourselves, and
Yeah.
so for me, like, it was the first time I'd stopped in 10 years, so I was allowed to kind of reflect on a lot of things that I've done,
Yeah.
and it was kind of the first time I've gone, wow, that's all happened, and then like coming out of it, you know, you feel a little bit refreshed in the sense of that, you know, like I'm just getting used to being back in them kind of full-on schedules again.
Yeah.
And the industry's like almost back to normal now, so it feels like you're back on that kind of treadmill of bouncing from one thing to the next. But I can't believe it's 13 years. It doesn't feel like that. It's flown by.
It does seem like maybe 2 or 3 at the most, you know, me thinking about it, and even just, you know, yourself, Cheryl, watching it myself as a viewer, you know, all these memories coming back, and especially when the show's not actually on air anymore, you know what I mean? So it is that whole, I'm sure you've got really lovely memories, good and bad, which is like any experience as well, and also as well, I think you probably learned everything you could on being a part of that show. It's the biggest show on the box at the time, you know?
You do, yeah, and it's a great lesson for the industry, I suppose, and you know, I was talking to somebody the other day saying that the industry's even changed in the last 3-4 years, so it's a completely different time now, and obviously social media's at the forefront of everything now, whereas it wasn't then. So it's changed even in 5 years, never mind 30 years. So I'm now no longer that like new person. I'm now the old person that's like, oh, all the youngsters started out. I'm no longer that person anymore.
Well, should we go with season pro, Joe? Because you do work
I like
a lot, and you have got a really fan base, which I love. I'm proud to be a part of, you know. I've worked with you. I see your family come with you. They're proud as punch, which obviously I'm biased because I'm from the northeast like yourself, you know what I mean? We support our own, but your family, your biggest supporters, and I think it's probably testament to why A, you're doing so well, and B, why you haven't probably gone off the rails like a lot of, you know, people who have fame quite young.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite lucky that when I first did the show, my mum actually like took a career break from her job and came everywhere with us for the first, probably the first 3 years of my career, which actually was the most helpful thing, because obviously I was kind of wrapped up in the whole trying to establish myself as an artist, trying to establish my position in the industry.
Yeah,
But
it's hard, isn't it, anyway?
Oh, it's hard.
How old were you back then, Joe? Sorry, just to jump in.
I was 18.
Yeah,
So like,
you're finding your feet still, aren't you?
yeah, and you know, dealing with the whole business side of things, and she was just like I called her my personal Rottweiler.
I love it.
She was like, you had to get past Eileen first before you got to me. So
Listen, I've been there. I got past that. Do you know what I love of the people listening in their context? I will always, I adore you, but I will always remember your lovely mum and your family, because she gave me a necklace as a present with surprise. Can you remember? Yeah, I've still got it, and I'll have it for the rest of my life. And do you know what I just thought? You know what, that's you in a nutshell, and it's why you're so nice, because you've been brought up lovely like that. And I sat in your dressing room and just had a good old chinwag, didn't we, about stuff, and we were doing interviews and working and stuff. But I just loved it, and I thought, you know what, it's a classic Northeast family and support and stuff.
I think that's, you know, and that's also like a huge part of my job when you meet people and stuff, is how you make people feel, you know, like how. And like I always say with everybody that works with me and comes everywhere, like I want always my dressing room or wherever, you know, backstage or meet and greet or whatever, I want people to feel good about themselves. I don't want, I've been in them situations in the industry, I won't mention any names, but I've been around those people that walk in the room and it's like a dark clouds come over the room.
Me too, I have, Joe, and it's not nice, is it?
No, it's not a nice feeling. It doesn't make anyone feel nice, and the whole room goes on edge. And I remember when I first started out, I said, I never want to be that person.
No, absolutely.
If I ever become that person, whoever I'm with, please tell us, because it just doesn't make people feel good. I'm all about the positive vibes.
No, absolutely, and that shows as well. And I think the team that you've got around you and the family that you've got around you that's never going to happen, I don't think, knowing you, you know what I mean? And it is testament to how long you've been doing this as well, and your fan base, because going back to when we mentioned about COVID and lockdown as well, you were doing so much online, and you had the bands there every week, you know, every concert and stuff like that, and that must make you feel fabulous, you know what I mean? And then obviously knowing that you've got live stuff coming up, which we are going to talk about in a sec, so it must make you think the fans are on your side, you know?
Yeah, I've been so blessed, like, with a wonderful, wonderful fan base, and they know that, because I've said it many, many times over, you know, and without repeating the same things, you know, just, I got so many messages of people saying thank you for doing online stuff through the pandemic and stuff, but I have to say thanks to them, because for everyone in our industry, you know, like, we're so used to being busy all the time and, like, being around so many people. So for me, like, the lockdown and, like, being in your house and not, like, having to pack a suitcase every 3 days and go somewhere, it was a really strange feeling, you know? So for me, like, as much as they loved the online shows, I loved it. It was a great focus for me. And I learned a lot about technology and when things go wrong and all that kind of thing.
I'm with you on that, Joe. I'm not a fan. Not a fan, you know.
It's so much better now, though, knowing that obviously we've got the tour ahead and knowing that we're going out with the audiences. Because as much as it was nice to do it at home, there's nothing better than going out on tour and seeing crowds of people singing along and joining in with you. That's the best part.
We'll be back with more from Mr. Joe McElderry right after this.
Your number one LGBTQ plus station. We are gorgeous. If you see